Is this thing on? Is this thing going?
I have no idea.
Maybe.
Not used to be not with you.
Funny, we've been sitting here for 10 minutes going, okay, well, let's talk about this. And we're talking about this, and then it's like Luba runs off. I got to go put lipstick on. It's like, we've been here for 10 minutes and it starts in 15 seconds.
But at least you have lipstick on.
It was worth it. And we're all very happy because of this decision.
My lipstick, thank you so much.
So apologize for being late. And apologies actually for last week. We were going to do a live video. Then we had some logistical and some technical issues. And we were like, oh, it's just going to be a nightmare to do it. And so I just turned it off. And then we got maybe in that hour, 12, maybe a dozen or so messages through email or through people saying, where are you? So I apologize. I just thought that nobody would really care if we didn't do a video, but it was actually quite humbling to know that there were people there that wanted to see us on that Sunday night. So sorry and thank you. Anyway, welcome to our live video today. I have no idea what we're talking about, but Luba does. No, actually, we've got some. Actually, well, let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. This is Luba. My name is Striker. What would you like to achieve with this strategy call today? Oh no, this is a live video. Sorry, I thought it was a strategy call.
Just for me, I definitely need some support and help. I just back from the tour. It's been a very interesting and challenging tour, to be honest, and I'm very happy to be back. I'm always very excited about tours, but nowadays it's so crazy over here because of all this red zone, blue zone, orange zone and stuff. Everything is good, just people really confused. All the businesses, they just confused and they don't know what's going on. Nobody know the regulation. They say, from Monday it's one thing, from Tuesday it's another thing, and people the businessmen, they really they just confused what to do and what to expect. But what I can tell is that people really they staying very close together, and when I say close, it's not that they don't keeping the social distance. They just trying to stay very positive and be friendly. And I can tell that the service in Ukraine, really, I know that a lot of guys may know that sometimes service is lacking in Ukraine, but actually people become much more understanding, much more sorry, something's going on here, much more understanding and much more friendly. So I see some benefits in that as well. So not as always, but we visited Dnipro and Zaporozhye and Odessa. The guys came, and we'll talk straight from here about the new regulation that you have to have a vaccination or a negative test or certificate to be able to travel or register at the hotel or even at the restaurants. That is, of course, not always very convenient, especially if you are the one who is against the vaccination. So, but I guess it's our new reality. So I don't even know what should you do in this case. But if you have a negative PCR test or you got COVID in the last 6 months, you can bring the document from your doctor that you had it in the last 6 months, and it will work as well.
Yeah, I actually got asked when I was going into the hardware store yesterday for it. And
they was just worry if you can work out.
What do you mean?
No, there was worry if you doesn't have certificate, then
I can't come in and buy my goods and services. But they asked me for it, and I said seriously, and then they said yes, and I went to pull out my phone, and then they just let me in anyway. So sort of was do you have what we require? Yes. Okay, then you go buy some tools from the hardware store. So yeah, but it's kind of strange. It's all over the place. Anyway, let's say hello. HB.
So many people wow, it's so
wow. Hey Gallo, what's up, my brother? John.
I was surprised to see this one
here. Some oldies but goodies and some new ones. Cool. Okay, guys, we won't let you down on today's show today. It's going to be a real doozy. Not really, is it?
No.
Not really. We were sitting here and we were Luba thinks her one eye was bigger than the other. I'm looking like I've got
Striker.
My skin looks like I've got liver poisoning because of this light. I tried to plug the light in and a big spark flew out and just about killed me. So thank goodness the light's okay. And all that sort of stuff. Then I found this really, really light grey hair here.
By the way, it's happy Halloween.
Oh yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today? We always get sidetracked with these videos. They have no structure. Do we? We've got no structure on them.
But basically, I think it's like a meetup. meet up with the friends. But today we want to talk a little bit about what we're gonna do over the winter, because the winter is coming, and I think that I would like to talk a little bit about our achievements this year.
Ooh.
Not shy enough, because actually next week we were supposed to fly for one of the weddings. Unfortunately, because of me, we can't do it, but the wedding is still there. So we're very happy for one of our couples that is having
I'm
wedding.
going.
No, you're not.
I'm going. Well, I'm
Okay.
going. I'll send you. We'll do a live video. I'll be there. You'll be stuck here.
Okay. 5th of November is one of our couple getting married, and another couple is getting married on 20th of November. So we are very, very happy. And want to say some numbers, because everybody asking like, oh, what is the success rate? Do you have any? Like, do you have any couples? And as you know, we're not showing the guys on our channel. Like, we don't do the interviews. We have a website that guys leaving the feedbacks, not all of them, but some of the guys leaving the feedback over there. And so just quick numbers that we got here.
Hang on, let's say what else we're going to talk about in this video, because that will make them stay. Because the second one that we're going to talk about is, and I'm not joking when I say this, is hairy armpits. Okay, and it's a story Luba's going to tell from the tour. And I've told you guys about this stuff before, and this is a real life example of why you have to listen to me. So Luba's going to talk about hairy armpits, and then requirements coming over to Ukraine. I actually just got a message before of someone that's coming over, and he wants to know what the requirements are. So we're going to talk about some of that stuff as well. Now, is that all? Is that the three topics? Armpits. Is this thing on? What are you doing? You're writing down. What are you doing?
I know. I just.
You are aware that we are on a live video. What are you doing? Writing in your journal your thoughts? And
yes, I write how I spend the summer. Just 1 second. Just talk to the guys. Guys.
Yeah. Let's have some guy talk. Okay, what's been going on? Who's coming over to Ukraine? Hey, John. John was on our last tour. Just got back home.
Wait, don't check.
Hear it?
That's comedic.
The story I'm about to tell. This man here.
I need
are
to
they
ask
still shaved? No, I know. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was. We're talking about the story about someone else.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Let's talk about John's hairy armpits. I mean, let's talk about someone else's hairy armpits. Not him.
Okay. So this was, like, as I said, like, this was an incredible tour. We had a lot of fun, and so the guys were very different, and of course they're always different. But this one.
Oh, excuse me.
One guy was.
That couldn't have happened at the worst time, but at least it's a live video, right, guys? Oh my god, you see that?
So, you get some impression. Yes. So one of the guys was from.
I'm sorry, I've had allergies like the last couple of days, so my nose has been very, very runny. So I apologize for that. If anybody wants to leave now, they can.
Maybe we should talk about something else. But anyway, one of the guys were from UK, and like I can't do it.
I can edit it out. It's fine.
No, you can't.
Okay. Keep going.
I actually like sponsor of our cups is Juan. Show your cup. It's like 1 liter of tea from California.
I knew this video was a bad idea.
No, Striker, will you let me talk? I'm crying. So one of the guys, he met a very nice lady, and it was actually like probably too many of good ladies, and I will jump straight to the end of the tour. And he was staying in Ukraine a little bit longer, as we always say that you should come, and you should stay a little bit longer after the tour so you can spend some more time with your lady. And it's what he did. And at the end, like we were saying goodbye to each other in Dnipro, they were waiting for their car to go to Kiev. And he looked at me, and like the lady speak very good English, not so good, but good English enough. And he said, like, I just made a commitment. And I'm like, oh my God, like, did he propose like in the middle of it? Like, you know, the tour is just finished, they just met, and I understand that their communication and their relationship are so good. And he said, I'm committed. And I was like, oh my God. Well, oh my God, I can't do it. And I said, like, what do you mean? What?
Oh, don't go. You can't leave me here with them. No, you can't leave me here by myself. Come back. Well, that's the video for today, guys. Hopefully you've learned a lot. And yeah, you know, it's all about learning, you know, in life. We all know there's a lot to learn in life. And this channel is a place you can come and learn a few things.
So anyway, he said, like,
learn what not to do.
Ну все, тихо. And he said, like, I committed. And I said, like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? Like, did you, like, what? And he say, and she started looking at him, and she's like, stop it. Like, you can't talk about this. You can't do that. You can't share that. And then I said, like, what happened? Like, please, like, let me know, like, what's going on. And he's showing me, like, and I was like, what
He was
happened?
bald, like a newborn baby.
Yeah, and so she was showing that he's sharing with me. She doesn't know that, you know, this is our philosophy. I want something that whatever Luba is on, and it's not even mushrooms yet.
Mushrooms. Okay.
And anyway, so she was like very upset that he's sharing that with me. I said, like, we're like a family, it's okay. So she said, like, Lubachka, it was shocking. Like, you know, I need to, you know, I came to his shower like with a shaver, and I say he needs to shave his armpits, otherwise I will not let him out. And it was so funny because, like, all of the guys may be thinking that we're joking, like maybe we're not serious about that, or maybe we, like, you know, trying to make fun. But this is how serious is that. And this guy,
Yeah.
like, I don't know how I will come to my gym, like how the guys will look at me. But for Ukrainian lady, he did it, and she was very, very happy. So the relationship after that, like, this was better than, you know, Gucci handbag. This was better than, you know, new iPhone.
You know, it's purely a cultural thing, you know, and it's like sometimes we have to step outside of our own cultural box, you know, and look at it. I also heard this too, the same thing with like the fingernails. I've got really old videos that I made at the start about fingernails. Hairy armpits is another one. We actually made a video about this, but the sound didn't work, but we did kind of make a funny video about it. But there's nothing funny about it. But it's true, like, guys here shouldn't have hairy armpits. And you could sort of say, well, maybe back in the Soviet era they did. But Luba told me a story about her father would always have shaved armpits back in before the fall of the Soviet Union. Yeah.
But, you know, honestly, I didn't even know that it can be different, because my dad, like, I don't know, he just, like, he takes shower 3 times a day for some reason. Like, he, like, for me, he's an ideal of man, you know, for taking shower, putting the cologne on. And like some Ukrainians men, unfortunately, are not like that. But for me, it was always normal. When I saw that somebody has a bush garden there, I was a little bit
Yeah, it's strange because in the West, it's like, I remember when I first shaved mine and then I went back home and like we were like hanging out in summer and I'm like walking around like this because I don't want my friends to see that I've shaved my armpits, because they would just think it's strange. They would say, oh, what's wrong with you? What happened there? Did you have an accident or something? Did you fall into a fire and it all burnt off? But cultural differences, you know, it's just, but yeah, just thought we'd share that humorous story on this Sunday night with you guys.
Okay, then I want to share a little bit of our statistics. So what happened with us this year, even though it's not really New Year yet, and maybe we should do it a little bit later, but Striker, stop it.
My nose is running and I'm trying not to draw attention to it.
No, just go.
I'm fine, thanks.
It's fine. I did it. Anyway, so we have... yeah. So from the beginning of the year, should I share? Do you interested in this or no? I don't know. Maybe I should.
Yeah, do you guys want to hear like what
I sound like a, you know,
I don't even want to call it like, because Luba was saying we need to say like, you know, on this video about like success rate. I don't even like calling it like success rate, because it's sort of, it's really, it falls in line with like some of the other companies who are like, hey, check out our success rate. We've got the biggest success rate. What it is that we introduce guys.
Our statistic, because it's not the success rate. Like some of that is fuck up.
Yeah, there are fuck ups there, but what it is, it's just we introduce guys to ladies, and from there either they come to fruition, they evolve into a relationship, or they don't. So that's it. So instead of calling it a success rate, because we don't know what a success rate is, maybe the top couple that we've got that think they're amazing, maybe in 2 years' time they break up. Okay, that's so where's this? Like, we don't know what the success rate is. We can just tell you what's been happening. Does that make sense? Yes. If it does, click the subscribe button.
So I want to say that we have 3 couples that is one is already married and 2 is technically married, like they're getting married this month. So it's 3 married couple. We have 4 couples who are engaged and they're waiting. They already applied for visas and they're waiting for the visas. By the way, there's 2 guys, no, 1 guy. He's moving to Ukraine. Like he decided to that the most of the time they will spend in Ukraine. He's actually moving here with his dog and a new wife.
With this dog. Okay, why not? Well, why not?
Then we have 4 guys. Like we have 1 guy that is like one of our favorite stories, who was using the service of Rocket Match. That we, to be honest, at the beginning was not so much like, not that we didn't believe in that. Like we did believe, because it was even by request of the agencies and the ladies. They was telling that it's a COVID and there's no people not going out so much, and they wanted to talk. So we have 1 engaged couple who is already like applying for visa. They're living together in Dominican Republic now. They talk during the COVID time when it was a complete shutdown, and then she traveled to him. He's from US. Very good. Harry. So they met overseas, and they spent like a couple of months together. Then he came to Ukraine, he met her parents, then they they decided to stay together in Dominican Republic, because while they wait for visa, she can stay there with no visa. So this is a good story. We have 5 guys who met like after the tour. Every single guy was talking to 1 to 3 ladies, this is for sure. But 5 of the guys not in touch with the ladies anymore, with the ones that they met during the tours or the Rocket Match. And there's different reasons for that. Like this relationship actually end up within like 3 to 5 months after their trip. Some of them happened because people met for the second time and it just didn't work out well. One of the couple traveled together. Some misunderstanding happened there, so they're not in touch as well. And so 3 other guys just, there was different issues that happened. And we have about 4 guys who are coming, who talking to the ladies by Rocket Match, but they haven't been in Ukraine yet. So they're planning their trip. And we have some other guys who are planning to come back for the second time. So they already been in Ukraine once. They met a lady, they stay in touch, and they want to come for the second time, maybe around Christmas times. So if you're planning your travel to Ukraine, I want just to remind everybody who did our course, they know about that when you travel to Ukraine during the holidays, like it's better if it is your second trip, or you should come after the holidays. Because for the holiday, a lot of people spending there with their close friends or families, and you may end up like not having dates because the lady will be just simply busy. And you don't have to be upset or offended or thinking that she's not serious or anything, but you just need to keep it in mind and just don't travel exactly like for the New Year Eve and like 7th of January. The rest of the month, like after that, everybody's home and you can easily travel to Ukraine. I have a story about Harry Galovas, his dog name. But oh my God, it was funny. Also about this guy from UK. So he was speaking a little bit unusual for us, and I'm super apologize that 3 of us was making fun of him. Actually, 4. It was me and
I've got no problem. He talks like my father.
But for me, like, he was running and it was lovely and a cup of tea, so it was a little bit difficult for us, but it was great. And like this was really like super funny, but sometimes he was trying to speak, like not trying, he of course he can, but like he was trying to speak better for us so we can understand him, especially his lady, because her English was of course just American English, and she said
for anyone here, he has like a strong Yorkshire accent.
Yeah, he even brought us a little dictionary for us to learn. But who are we, like savage people? And so, and she said, you need to speak like Prince Gary. You need to speak like Prince Gary. So here in Ukraine, like in Russian, when we say Gary Potter, so it's not Harry Potter in Russian, it's Gary Potter. And the Prince Harry, it's like Prince Gary. And so when she was like trying to tell him, you need to speak better English, you need to speak like Gary, and he was like laughing, and we can't understand why he's laughing. But the official reason that he was laughing is because, like, if she wants to sound like royalty, she needs to call him correctly, like Harry, not Gary. It's very difficult to explain what happened there, but it was pretty adorable. So thank you so much for all these memories. We will always remember, and please send us the feedback about your first time of shaving armpits.
Yes, we really want to know more about that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can tell you guys, I can do a separate video. I know that a lot of you are thinking about other parts of the body.
This will be a how-to video with Luba of how to shave your armpits. Step one.
It will be house video.
Step one.
Yeah, because
step one, trim around the edges. Step two, you want to just take a bit off the top.
Yeah, we're not very skeptical about down there, but we definitely care about upper level.
Actually, there's a question here I'm going to put up on the screen. Please tell Americans who plan to travel to Belarus that the rules have changed. You must have a visa. I was deported last week. I didn't know the rules changed. That's interesting. Why were you deported? Well, you've already... No, hang on. Yes, there are... That's interesting there. Anyway, whoever's going there, definitely go look it up and check on their website, on the travel government website for that country or whatever one, to see what that is, because that's interesting.
Yes.
It's, Belarus is a funny old place, really, when it comes, because when we started Heart Rocket, we were like, yep, we got partners over in Belarus. But then they had this couple of different issues, like they had these protests because of the president. There was also this journalist they diverted the plane to arrest him, which was nuts. There was that, and then there was something else. What was the other thing? And so they sort of had a bit of a, the brothers had a fight, so to speak. The cousins had a fight. So, yeah, so it's sort of difficult, which is a shame. I still haven't been to Belarus. I want to go, but until they make it a little bit easier, then I'll go. Okay. So
I'm a little bit embarrassed. Like, there's new guys that start webcast with some stories, and we talk business, and then I subscribe today. Okay, I hope that the guys will not unsubscribe.
I think they will after a couple of things that have happened on this video today, and I don't blame them. In fact, I'm subscribed to this channel. I am also going to unsubscribe. I think it's the best. I think we go our separate ways.
It's okay. It's live. Like, it's normal. Like, we like family here. It's nothing to worry about.
Well, yeah, that's what I think too.
If they keep watching us, Striker, imagine, we need to hurry up and do some content.
We need to give them some value. That's what we need to do.
Ask the question. I'm going to answer anything you want. Anything about armpits, anything.
Oh, don't open that Pandora's box.
I can discuss anything. I can give you some numbers. I can give you. I can do it myself.
Well, hang on. I've got a topic. I read it here on this piece of paper, which is, what are the requirements coming to Ukraine for people coming to Ukraine, like the COVID visa?
No, basically it's the same. People need to have this negative test, or they have to to be honest, as I said at the beginning of the video, nowadays they really push hard, they're really pushing hard for the Mama is messaging, supporting us.
But she's lost a little bit of respect for me. I'm sorry, Mama, I'm sorry.
So she why are you making me? We need to have this certificate. We need to have this vaccination information, because even though, of course, the restaurants, they don't want to check it, and we've been in Dnipro, and it just started there, and we actually in Dnipro, we decided to it's all the time I change something. So I think that I must be on tour to make these decisions. But this time we decided to drive between Dnipro and Odessa back. So if you was wondering how is the road, and the guy was actually driving Dnipro to Kyiv by car. So it's about 8 hours, 8-9 hours, depends like how big you're making the stops. The roads are fine, especially if you go to Dnipro, Odessa, like till Dnipro, Nikolaev, it's very good. Like it was really, I even felt a little bit like on American road trip, and we stayed in the nice. We were staying at the nice gas stations, and all good. But Nikolaev, Odessa, unfortunately, still like 2 hours of like this. So
it's brutal. The roads in Ukraine, road trips sound fun. I know in our countries, road trips are fun. Let's go. It's, you know, listen to music, put the window down, you know, and stop off. In Ukraine, it's terrible. It's like, it's not fun. It's brutal. And you're always very sore afterwards. But still, you get there. Okay. So requirements coming in. Okay. So if you guys didn't know,
insurance, negative test, or the vaccination, basically that's it. If you want to travel around Ukraine, what do you want to say?
I was just going to say, if you want to be safe, like, because we've had clients come over who have a vaccination and then had the test as well, and they only seem to care about the test. See, the problem is that when it comes to staff at the airport, like that, there doesn't seem to be like a strict protocol when it comes to coming in, you know. You can just kind of, like, I came in once, this was at the start of the year, and they asked me for insurance. I don't have insurance because I live here, so I didn't have travel insurance, which I should have got. And I just showed them like a receipt from insurance that I bought from to go over to Mexico. And it was like, they didn't even look at it. It was just like it's not strict is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you should not worry about it. But what I'm saying is that you may have the vaccination and they say, no, I don't care about that. I care about the actual test. But if you went to the next customs booth, they would care about it. And that's what it seems
nowadays
to be.
it's more, nowadays it's fine. Like nowadays they all understand. Like at the beginning it was, because as I say, like the biggest problem what we have now is people don't know what to do. They don't know what and where, and you know, they don't understand what should they expect? Like the verification as well. Mm-hmm.
But definitely have the insurance. And the insurance, yeah, I just saw here, Roger's just said the insurance is cheap. It's incredibly cheap. I remember when I like buy insurance to go travel to a Western country, how expensive it is to get travel insurance. Here to get insurance for the world's greatest, most deadliest disease is like $1 a day or something ridiculous like that. So,
no, it's a bit more, but
well, something, I don't know, $2 a day maybe.
To all the clients who are with Hard Target, like we provide the insurance, so it's not a problem. Or I can share with you the link where you can get it. It's not a problem, you know. And the restaurants understanding, and when like at the hotel, like when it started, like I saw that the lady came. It was 11 p.m. and they didn't let her to the hotel. Like this was really like very, very uncomfortable that they didn't let her because she didn't have tests or something. But they recommend her like the place.
Yeah, you know, but like what they're doing in Ukraine, like how I was saying that I went to the shop today and they checked that, they're actually doing that in a lot of countries. I was in Italy last month, I think it was. I went over there, and they are also checking like the your the QR code to go and sit in the restaurant itself. And it's crazy because it's like the whole restaurant was full, no one had masks, and outside was full with no masks. And you come in and they're like, "Can you put your mask on?" And that's like, but there's like 250 people here with no mask, but you have to put it on. So it's quite strict there, but I can see it sort of coming over. Someone has said, "Hey, look, you need to do what they're doing," you know. So what it's going to be like in 6 months or 3 months or next week.
Mm-hmm. We really, like, guys, we love you all, but we're not answering certain questions. There are certain questions that we don't respond, but like one of them is vaccination. Like, you know, will we get it or no? Because we don't want to separate and split like the ideas of people. Everybody should do whatever they think what is best for them. And I think that in this situation, like, you can't really listen to somebody's advice or somebody's like if you have some bad diseases and you think that if you get corona it can kill you, so you better do that. Or so, like, I think it's unfortunately in this position, like, we all should act individually. I sent earlier this year, I had my
it's a real problem, you know. This is, I don't know, I obviously been following it, and it's like, are you vaccinated? Are you not? Are you going to, like, it's basically you're saying, are you one of us? Are you not one of us? It's like separation. And I think that, like, you shouldn't talk about it. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's not something that, you know, if somebody says, I need to know this about you, that way I can judge whether or not I will like you or try. I think that it's something that just don't worry about it, you know.
One thing that I can tell is that in Ukraine, like here, Mike is in Ukraine at the moment. He said there's no consistency in the restaurants. Yes, like some restaurants will let you in, some restaurants will not let you in. Somebody has, you know, under the roof, somebody get more control. Yeah, so there is no really one answer to something, but what I can tell is that people become more calm about that. More and more people just getting sick and recover from that. So most of the girls that we met on the tour, they were saying like, yeah, I got it like in summer, I got it in spring. Yeah, I didn't feel something, but it was not so bad. So of course, like if it is a younger generation, like I think that they get it a little bit easier than others. Yeah, so it's a little bit better. But what I think for you, if you're planning to date in Ukraine for the next couple of months, especially in winter, because we have a lot of calls with the guys. I don't know, maybe because the winter is a slow season for the guys and they usually travel because they don't have much work to do. But what we discuss with them is that nowadays it's become not so comfortable to travel around the cities. It's not so comfortable to go, you know, from one city to another. So my best advice for you, it would be to talk to the lady that you're planning to meet before you come. So that's why at the moment, like, you know, our rocket match packages are much more popular than the tours, because we don't do I mean, it's not that they're more popular, we just don't do tours in winter. Like, it's just, you know, our decision not to do it. We working on other project as well that, you know, we will announce probably closer to spring. But at the moment, we you know, guys still want to come, still want to do, still want to date, and I'm happy. It's actually my idea, Paul. It's what we should do. But anyway, like we like the rocket match in winter is much more popular because, as I say, a lot of guys planning their trips to Ukraine in December, in January. Yes, it can be a little bit more complicated. Maybe it's a little bit more cold, but we just talked to the guy from Montana. So for him, I think Ukraine would be a piece of cake. Like, it will be so warm and so nice. That's why if you're planning a trip to Ukraine, like, we recommend you to use our service, that I will have even more time for you to, you know, to help you even closer on rocket match. And we have a new package that is just 6 dates, not a 12 dates, it's a 6 dates. It's for the guys who just want to try it, who want to talk to the ladies before they come, who are planning their trip maybe for a week or 2 weeks, and they don't want to meet all of this, you know, 12 ladies. They want something less. So this package we created by request. There was a lot of guys who were saying, oh, I don't want that much, I want just to try, I want to see, I never talked to Ukrainian lady, I want to try it. So my biggest advice for you would be to talk to the lady before you come to Ukraine, to start talking to somebody, and then decide which cities you're gonna go. Because, like, if you're talking to the lady, one from Rivne, one from Poltava, another from Kharkov, another from Dnipro, then you would just simply physically will not be able to do it. And if you talk to the lady before, and then you, for example, want to go to Lviv, it would be so much easier to meet her and then invite her. Like, this period of time of your knowing each other and getting to know each other better would be a little bit shorter, that you can travel together. So if it is something that you're looking for, please email us and I will be happy to start matchmaking.
Yeah, it's sort of like there's a lot of guys that are coming for a week, and we always push, like, please, like, don't come for a week, you know. And if they're coming on the tour, they want to get there the day of the tour and then, like, go home the day after. And we say this is not very effective. There's not a very effective way of doing this. So we stay for at least 5 days afterwards, or something like that. And it's funny, it's like we have on our tour 15 matches, right? And almost every tour, it's too much. You know, like, the guys get tired. It is tiring. Like, if you've never done it before and you think, I would never get tired dating 15 ladies in 10 days, or meeting 10 ladies in like 7 days, and you got 3 days to come back and do this. And I always say to the guys when they get here, and whoever's in here who's been on the tour, you'll know that I always say to you guys that it goes up and down. You go around in circles. You get confused. Maybe you'll be a little bit frustrated or pissed off, but you'll be tired, right? It's exhausting. And even on this tour here, we had a client. He said, that's it, I've met the lady, I don't want to date anymore. And I had a call with him and I said, look, you know, just trust me on this one. You know, you want to you want to keep going. I know you're feeling tired or whatever. Just keep going. And then like the lady that he's with now is the lady that he met like, I don't know, a few dates after that one. And then he said, I've met one that's even better. And I said, just please keep going. I know you're tired. I know you want to keep, and the next couple of dates he wasn't interested. And then after that, maybe he would have been, but he wanted to stop. So we respected that. But it's tiring. You want to stop. You want to say, this is the one, but 15 dates is a lot, And so for guys that are, sorry, I've gone off track a little bit. But what I was saying is that for guys that are coming over for a week, there's nothing wrong with talking to the ladies first and having a 6 matchmaking, 6 dates, matches. But only 3 of them you want to meet, and maybe 2 are in this city, 1's in this city, and plan your trip around that. And that's all you have to do. And you can do that in 7 days, and it's not a problem. And that's your first trip there. So that was the idea behind it. It was just, we had so many people saying, I'm only going to get this amount of time off work. So, okay, well, let's do something over the winter, because as Luba mentioned, we have some other commitments that we have to deal with. And then like coming into next year, the start of next year is sold out anyway. So if you guys I think we may have one spot in maybe April or something. But all the months for the year till about May, maybe June, are all booked anyway, unless somebody cancels. So,
we posted on our website. I don't know if Striker is already.
I haven't put it on there, but you'll see the dates, what are going to be available. But we can only do. We've thought long and hard about how we can have more tours and have more guys come over and not have to say no to so many of them coming into next year. But we can't. Like if we were to do it, it would kind of undermine who we are. All we'll be doing is we'll be becoming another one of these companies that's just pushing people in just for the sake of money. Whereas I'd rather retain the quality that we've got. I know all of the guys. Everybody's cool, so I like that. I enjoy it.
According to the questions of Kyiv is one of the most coldest from everything in winter, because
including the woman.
To be honest, guys, I know that maybe somebody will be mad at me, like some other agencies that are locating in Kyiv, but
who could be mad at you?
Striker. So we not 100% going to Kyiv nowadays, because I just don't feel as good there as I used to, and I prefer smaller cities at the moment. But we have a very, very good partner in Kyiv, and we have one of our engaged couples is from Kyiv. The ladies from Kyiv.
Rocket Match too, wasn't it? It was from the Rocket Match.
Yes.
From Rocket Match, so they met through video. So
yes, and so no, she's from Riven. So they met in Kyiv. A lot of couples are meeting in Kyiv. For some reason it's more convenient, because, for example, if you're meeting a lady for the second time, I always recommend Odessa, because Odessa is just so comfortable and there's so much things to do, and it's so flat. You can walk, you can get some restaurants. I just love it. We don't do much dating here, new ladies, but even though we have some ladies in Odessa as well. But according to Kyiv, Kyiv, I'm okay about it at the moment. So Gala was asking about which cities to go.
I'll say this, we actually did a video about this.
I'm talking to Gala finally. You distract me.
And there was it's not about every guy must go to one city. It's not how it works, okay? Because depending on who the guy is and his lifestyle, let's say, for example, he lives in New York City, or he lives in, some place that's better than Kyiv, right? A place that's maybe a place where she would aspire to go to. But if he lives in, way out in the middle of nowhere on a farm somewhere where there's nothing around, for a woman who's moved from, say, a smaller city to Kyiv, she's made it, she's in the big smoke. She now has to go, okay, would I be interested in meeting a man? I'm not talking about starting a relationship, then making that decision. The decision is going to come usually at the start. Where does he live? Well, he lives way out in the middle of nowhere on his farm. He's got a couple of horses or whatever. She's going to go, yeah, my Uncle Vlad also has a couple of horses out in the village, and she's going to relate it to that. So it depends on where you're from, your lifestyle and all that sort of stuff. But to say everyone must go to, and Kyiv is saturated with the English speaking people, right? Everybody moves to Kyiv. Foreigners are in Kyiv. Westerners are in Kyiv. People from everybody moves to Kyiv because that's where the majority of the business is taking place. If you are moving there for business. So when you go there, your value is going to be diluted. There's a saturation process that takes place there where maybe you're not seen as unique, as special, and such as a smaller city where the lady has been there her entire life and she's been exposed to this smaller city environment. So these are the things that we take into account when we talk to you, So it's not about going to Kiev or going to Odessa. I mean, we don't even do any dating in Odessa. Funny enough, we both live here. So, well, a little bit, not much, not full on, And those are all through people that, anyway. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, but I want to say that Kiev, like according to for example, sometimes guys asking for some crazy stuff, like they want to ride a tank or they want to go to Chernobyl. Of course, you can only do it in Kiev. No matter what I can tell about Odessa or any other city, like there are some certain things that would be able to do like just in Kiev. That is awesome, And like this trip, when we've been in Dnipro, I thought that we did already everything, like everything there. But this time we found a very cool place for shooting, and the guy like had a great time. It was extremely cheap. Like I think it was 1,000 hryvnia for like 3 very cool and big and real guns. Like, sorry, I have no clue what was that, but he said it was cool. There was like 3 packages that you can get, but he was like, and the lady, like she was shooting, she was worried that your teeth fall apart, but it was it was very, very cool. So everywhere I can find. But for example, like guys, like we've been in Kiev in this mini golf, and it was really cool idea to go. In Odessa, we do have this mini golf. In other cities, just in Kiev, like there's many of them. So of course, according to some, fun and entertainment, Kiev is not beatable. Like it's a capital. So and for Christmas, yes, they have this big ice rink, in a central, and the Christmas tree. But it all depends what you're looking for. All depends on what you what you expect. But I think the most important is with whom you're doing that. So you can be by yourself, and you can be bored anywhere, and you can be with somebody that you like, and you can be having fun even in a village with Uncle Vlad.
You can do how would I say this? You can do boring things with someone and it's interesting, or you could do exciting things by yourself and it's not so fun. Does that make sense? I'm trying to say something kind of like philosophy with some philosophy that's going to push it forward into a bit of momentum, but fortunately that one.
According to activities, like if we compare Odessa, Kiev, or Kharkov, honestly, of course, Kiev would be, but it depends again what you want to do. Outdoor activities, like in winter, like there's many of places in Odessa. We have an amusement park, we have the ice rink, we have all the same, but maybe less amount. Like we have escape rooms, and the same is Kharkov and Dnipro and Zaporozhye, all of them. Zaporozhye is a little bit small. Zaporozhye, for example, it's a little bit smaller, and it's like less things we can find. For example, guys adore the cinema in Dnipro. They adore to rent this like leather chairs and like to be there with their woman to have a dinner, like the old cinema for them, and then they stop the movie, they go to have dinner, then they coming back. They love it. In Zaporozhye, for example, they don't have anything like that, because in Odessa we have like it called a movie box or a cinema box or something like that, where you can rent it. It's not that comfortable, because I think even in Kiev, I don't know if they have it, because in Kiev, for example, they have incredible cinema in the central mall. Like it's like luxurious. I never been in anything like that, but guys, it was so expensive. Like I was shocked. Like I think the tickets like to the cinema, maybe like even to this guy, it was expensive, but I think that one ticket, I don't want to lie to you, but I think it was like about $50, like just for the ticket for the cinema. It's incredible, because usually the ticket is like $5-7, and here it was like $40 or $50. It's shocking. Like the price is just, and the quality, yes, it was a screen, but no, really, not for
it wasn't 4K.
It wasn't 5K, it was 7 dimension, but like this is something like that. But I think that if you like in every city, you can find activities that you want to do. But again, of course, in Kiev, if we're talking about something massive like riding a tank, maybe like shoot some very unusual kind of gun, then it would be
shoot some very unusual people.
people, yes, then it would be like that. But all other cities, Kharkov is beautiful. I think Kharkov also, they have all this like parks and like it will be very, very nice decorated. Then the Lviv as well, like you can go to the mountains if you like. But again, if you go to mountains, like going there by yourself, it's not a very good idea, because 98% of the people will not speak any English. 2% will pretend that they speak and they will drink with you, like if it is something that you want to do, and it would be a little bit more difficult to navigate. So
Yeah, Lviv is a place to go. Lviv is a place to go with your girlfriend or with the lady that you're dating at the very least. It's a really, really incredibly amazing place to go to. But I don't know. I don't think I would enjoy it if I went by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we talking about? I'm completely lost as what we're saying. We've done that, armpits, that.
We have a lot of cities, and guys, like what I want to say here, it's about like I think I talk about this book that will never work, that I was reading. And when I think that when we started,
tell them what the book is, because it's an interesting book if they didn't know it. It's a story of Netflix, and the book is called That Will Never Work.
Yeah.
So it was like the idea behind Netflix would never work. I'm just setting the scene. You can't just say I read a book about that would never work. You need to tell them a little bit more about that.
Okay. But anyway, like I just and it's so close to me, this phrase, like that will never work. I think that before it was my mindset in general, and even like when we was doing something with Striker, and I was always like, nah, like I don't believe. And Striker was always saying like, you can't be that negative. Like you should believe in yourself. You should believe in what we're doing. And thank you so much for that. But about the rocket match, this was what other people was telling me, like this will never work, like you will never be able to find English speaking girls, like you will never find English speaking girls, and that will not work. And I was like, for some reason, like I have a very strong belief in that, because I wanted to see how in 10 years and 13 years since I started, like how everything changed, how from the ladies who doesn't have a phone and was using the internet cafe for the for the writing letters, like how everything changed. So for the last tour, like from all the amount of girls that the guys met, there was just 4 ladies who doesn't speak English. It was 22 ladies who speak English, and that I don't have to translate anything. Like it was maybe a little bit challenging with the guy, like with this Yorkshire accent, because because it was a little bit difficult to understand, but maybe for the first, like I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, the rest, like it was coming. But guys, 750, I think, English speaking girls. When I started, like people were saying like, nah, we have only 3 girls. I said, okay, put 3. If you have 3 girls, put 3 girls. And they were saying like, no, I have like 10 maximum. Like I said, okay, put 10, like it's okay. And then when the ladies understand that, because with a lot of agencies, like I do the live videos, when I come, like we meet with the girls, they see me, I talk to them, I do a lot of work, like even it is like a sub agencies, but I get like agencies working so close with us that I know these ladies, we have some events, we have some meetings, we have some entertainment together, that I get to know the girls as well. And so sometimes the agencies, they have a new ladies and they say, Luba, we just want you to meet. So they invite the ladies to the office, or maybe for coffee, just for me to meet with them and to be able to, to get a feeling of like, okay, so this lady is about this. Okay, I should, like this, what happened with one of the couple that is engaged. I met the lady, not with the guy, not with anything, because nobody was like, she had not like super good pictures. I don't know. She really, I was trying to take a picture of her. She really is not super photogenic, like nothing we can do about that. But she was such a lovely person that was incredible. And when I met her, I was able to introduce her to the guy. So nobody can ever like, blame me that I don't like, we don't know the ladies, or like we're not doing enough of research and we're just using somebody. No, this is really like very, very deep work that we're doing. And all of these ladies, like they yes, exactly, popcorn was also extremely expensive, is that we are doing. And
I was just going to say here, just so you guys know, if you go to the movies here, they sell popcorn individually, so you have to buy a piece of popcorn. So you have to say, can I have 2 popcorn? And they'll give you 2 pieces of popcorn, because there's no plural to popcorn, is there? That's why it gets a bit confusing. If you learn Russian, sometimes plurals are a little bit confusing. I'll have 2 popcorn, please. 1 for me, 1 for my girl. 1 for you, 1 for you.
Yeah. they don't work, and the thing she would be, yeah, like Doug, really, like he's right, and it's one of the example that happened. Like it's one of my favorite guys. Mwah, Doug.
Doug was our first ever client, weren't you, Doug? Was he? He was.
No, technically for Heart Racket, yes.
Kind of.
But
we'll give you that title. Thank you very much.
yes, and he's coming next week or in 2 weeks. So yeah, like sometimes guys can meet the ladies, and like I meet this lady, like that's why I'm coming. That's why I'm there for the tours. Even though, like, really, guys, like I'm so tired, to be honest, of this like fun journey, on the train and etc. But for you, I can do anything. Even those like this the guys who are watching and who knows about our tours. I finally found that guy who helping us with the luggage in a Dnipro railway station. And if you guys been on our tour, you know what I'm talking about. So now I have his phone number, and Uncle Vlad is coming to help us with the luggage. So
this is interesting. Yeah. Okay. So, and that's what we talk about. So
he doesn't care about luggage in a Dnipro railway station because he doesn't know.
Because I haven't been on the train. I want to go. I want to go on this long train.
Guys, it's only for us. It's special.
It sounds like I would love to go. I will go. I'll come. Like, just tell me, and I'm there.
Oi, Arthur, you remember? Arthur will understand what it means, like to have a special guy on the railway station in Dnipro. Yes.
Also, yeah. So here it's like John, and this is a very good.
I'm sure
a very good sport, right? I've even had people in Ukraine Fusion. Hey, you know what? I never plug Ukraine Fusion, which is a forum that I built ages ago, like 2-3 years ago, for guys to exchange ideas, what agency they're using, stuff like that. It's still running. You can go use it. It's free. I don't like really contribute that much to it. I'd love to, but I'm just so busy with other stuff. But if anyone is in here who hangs out there, thank you so much for contributing to it. There is so much information. Actually, I saw the monk. He was a big contributor. He hadn't so much these days, but everything you need to learn is in there if you want to go do it by yourself or whatever. Okay, so and that's ukrainefusion.com. Okay, I'm sure many would like to hear interviews with the couples. You could have turned them away so their identity isn't shown. We do have interviews, and there are. One of them is here right now that I'm looking at, who did an interview with us. We never put it online. Yes, we could blur out their face. We could do something that's kind of like that, but
I don't like when people. It's horrible.
It's like if you make a nice video, and then you blur out someone's face, they look like a criminal, right? Okay, so how do you do it? The only way you could really do it is to like have it like a phone call, and you have that little circle with the things. Whenever they talk, it looks like they're talking. We could do something like that, and people could talk about their experiences, and maybe we will do something later on like that. But if you guys know some of my backstory of trying to get some of these videos off YouTube that people were capitalizing on, that you understand that it's been a nightmare for me. It's been really, really difficult, But even like for other people as well, since I made that video, I've had people contact me asking me how they can take. Well, one guy I remember too, he says, I've already put my video on there. How do I get it down? And he paid us $75 for a coaching call to try and get his video taken down as if we could do it. But we couldn't. But it's a real problem, okay? So, yes, if we put you on there, clients in here who are getting married, of course it's going to make us look good.
Everybody making fun of my background. Yes, the weather in Buenos Aires is very warm today.
You know what I'm not happy about that? Go back a little bit. Just go over to the side. No, go back over. No, just move the chair. They can't see. Oh my God. Hello. So see those two planes there? I don't agree with that flight path with the top one.
But do you see my American ones? It's like it has little pins here, so it show everywhere where I've been, my 25 states.
You know, one thing I've always noticed because I used to fly from New Zealand, obviously, to go anywhere, which takes so long to go to even the most mildly interesting country. It's like 12 hours. The plane I had this conversation one night while we were drinking with some friends and family, is that when you leave, the plane on the screen on the back of the chair always goes left. Why do we never go right from New Zealand? Is the world flat?
Oh, Striker, don't start it.
But why is it? It's like, okay, so say I'm flying to Europe, it goes left. I'm pretty certain if we go right, it's a bit shorter. But then when we fly back, we're also we fly right. No, hang on. Yeah, why don't we just I think this is going to be another video where we can go in deep into this. Phenomena.
By the way, I forgot to say, like when about the couples, like we have one lady that already in US, like one of our couples finally got the visa and they got married 22nd of August. I forgot it's actually fourth couple who married, and she's already there. Like it's been a little bit of a tough 2 months for her because like everything is new, but it was interesting. She was asking me like, Luba, do you think I will be able to find some Russian community? I said, yes, of course, like it's everywhere. And her city is not very big. And she was walking to the grocery because they live kind of like close to the grocery. She was walking, and by face, like there was two ladies walking, and there was Ukrainians, and now they are very, very good friends, and they helped her to adapt. They helped her to introduce to the culture. So it's so good. Yeah, actually, guys, you know what I want to say also about the map. It's online.
It does look like you're sitting. I'm going to throw this up on the big screen. It does look like you're at the travel agency.
Okay.
I think it's good. That's our new project, actually. Well spotted,
yes.
Global Bloodstock.
Yeah, but actually, like this was really tough. Like to put all of these little pieces, like it's so difficult. Like it was, I don't know how long it took to place it. It's a shame that you don't see my pins, but maybe I will show you later. But anyway, these maps are available, to buy. There is many of them. They can be dark, they can be white, they have with the lights.
The link is down below.
I have like a little dream. If somebody will tell, like maybe you will promote something, I don't mind. Like if it is
we are promoting something. We're promoting our own company. You're thinking, I wish somebody would like promote something on our channel. We're promoting our own company.
Okay.
Oh, you want like a big brand like Nike?
Here.
Well, I'm sorry I haven't been able to deliver on your expectations.
Guys, there's super cool gift for your lady. I may have to order like some of them. Remember I told you about the calendar that has English phrases like for every day, like three new phrases. Like really, they're making it for Christmas and they have a new edition. Don't look at me like that. I just love gifts. To me.
Are you talking about me or them? How can you see how they're looking?
But anyway, like if you are looking for some gifts for your lady for Christmas, for New Year, I'm there for you. Please on Telegram, you can leave the comment and I will message you directly. I just love it. Like honestly, give me this pleasure. I adore doing gifts, and I even ask Striker like to make me a little page like where I will be able to show you like cool ideas for gifts.
I'll do it. I've just been busy. Okay. Oh, you weren't going down that far. You weren't saying that I hadn't done it yet.
Yes, but yes. So if you want me to help you with the gift, I would love to do that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too because it's like it is difficult if you are in a relationship of what to buy. So we just think, I'll just send her some, chocolates or whatever. But just have a think. Some of the gifts that Luba was making, and if you're in Telegram, I think she's posted quite a few in there of like these boxes. Like one is like a healthy box. It's a boxes with thought, like a gift box with thought. It's not just some perfume, whatever. It's something that's related to. I think one of them wasn't it like a keyboard that was made out of chocolate because she was an IT, she did IT or something. So Luba found this like keyboard that was made out of looked like an Apple keyboard, and you open up the box and it looks like an Apple box, and you open it up and it's like the chocolate keyboard. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Are you all subscribed to the channel? Are you all subscribed to Telegram group? Because it's moving slowly. If you're not, please down below this video will be a link. I want a little bit more, guys. I want 300 at least. Can you?
Hey, I tell you what is a good gift, and we could probably do this if we made chocolate iPhones, but got like so it looked legit, right? And it was like if someone wanted to see if she really liked him, he says, "I got you an iPhone." And in a box, and she could open it up. She's like, "This is chocolate," and he'll say, "Yep. Will you marry me?"
You know what is good? If she has a kid and you're planning to come to Ukraine and you're thinking about what to get, a very cool gift that they don't sell in Ukraine. It's a Lego advent calendar. It's like I've seen these boxes, like they have a little. I think that they make a Harry Potter. So if she has a kid, like any age, like it's actually cool. It's a cool gift. It's not very expensive, but it would be something that her kid would not get from anybody else. It's called Advent Calendar, and it has like different boxes, and then you open and you make something from Lego or something else.
Hang on, let's just get this clear if we're going to buy this, okay? Because I'm quite interested in getting one. So all of the pieces all add up at the end into one and make one Lego model.
Yes, you want to get one?
No. I just want to understand how they put that together, because that's quite interesting. So all the pieces.
No, it's like 25 pieces. It's before the Christmas. Like you open it, number one, it's like a little, I don't know. I've seen
like a wheel, and at the end you're building a car.
No. It's like it has a little, like somebody has a little human. Somebody has a little, like a little.
What do you mean
Christmas
somebody? What do you mean somebody has?
There's little.
Somebody has a little human. Somebody doesn't. Now, what I'm trying to understand is, like, do you get 25 pieces that don't do anything, that you can't stick together?
No, some of them are. No, they usually do. Like it's you can open this advent calendar on another site, and there would be like a little Santa, a little Harry Potter, a little Hermione. Striker.
So, okay. No. Well, I'm just interested, and I just think that's something that's interesting. So every single piece can join into one model. I don't know if I can make that any more clear.
It's not that you're building a car. It's not that you're building like a big car and you have pieces for that. No, it's like a little heroes for the whole screen. I know what you mean. It would be maybe also interesting, but
I think it would be better. That's all I'm saying. I think
but kids like to have something like one every day. They want not to think, oh, what is that? Oh, it's a wheel. Okay, I will wait.
No, what they want is they want stimulation for their mind. They want to have a mind where they can build something from nothing. There's not much point in giving them 25.
Okay, but I want to show this calendar. You know, English Happy New Year, and it says like it has 3 words. I don't know how to open it. No, but it's pretty cool, guys. Really, like this is one of the best ideas. Not just a calendar, but it's a very cool calendar. I will get you one for Christmas, and you will understand how it works. Okay?
For me?
Yes.
I can buy my own Lego calendar. Thank you very much. I don't need handouts.
In a relationship, it may to listen to your woman. They felt having an iPhone like your friends, so they want iPhone. Behavior.
I don't know why people go crazy for iPhones. I really don't get it. It's like, yeah,
I think I lost interest in iPhone 10. Like I stopped.
We've got to the point on iPhones now that they're good enough, right? Sure, when you had an iPhone 4, the 9 or whatever was like so much better because it had the better camera. Was before it had 1 megapixel. Now it's got, but like I think now it's good enough, unless they drastically change something where I can like wear it as like some VR. Which I think you can, but or some sort of, you know, it's going to take me to like another world. Then yeah, my one's good enough for now. I don't see the reason to buy $2,000 on an iPhone. Hey, who here had Shiba Inu? You guys know what that's about?
Striker.
What?
Is it it's a very private question.
No, it's not. It's not like asking, did you get a vaccine? Which is also private. Don't answer that question. But no, like everyone would have seen it on the news. Shiba Inu went crazy, you know.
Well, like, go. It's
Gallo,
you know.
Gallo's down with the shib. If you don't know what it is, you think we're mad. But if you do know what it is, you're probably on a boat somewhere, not watching this video, but on a yacht with beautiful models, millions of dollars that you just made overnight. Go the shib.
Okay, guys, we will be banned.
Anyway, so what? How long has this video been going for?
Oh, you said like it will be short, 1 hour. Okay, let's get into the points. Let's get back what we.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I agree with Blazed Phantom. Like, people go and buy this like amazing latest phone, and these phones have like incredible cameras, incredible video, like 120 frames, slow motion, and you can make cinematic movies. But they just use it to take the same old safe selfie in the club toilet, or they take a photo of themselves. They could have done it with an iPhone 3. You know, they could have done it with an iPhone 3. Vilma bought it when it was interesting. Interesting.
Что?
Interesting that you did that, because I didn't.
Who?
Vilma. He bought it when it was 3 zeros that way. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so what are we talking about? iPhones? How did we turn into this?
Maybe I should promote iPhone.
Oh, I've got turning up really soon. Hopefully, I got a. Should I say this? You know what I'm talking about, the thing on Kickstarter. Okay, I'll give you guys a teaser anyway. So, one thing that we've been trying to figure out over the last last year, I guess, but one thing I've been trying to figure out over last year is the communication between a Ukrainian woman and a Western man if the language barrier is not there. So that's why I delve deep into like understanding psychology and things like that, because if you can understand psychology and what a woman really wants based on evolution, sometimes things that you say are not that important, right? Does that make sense? There's a lot to it, but I'm not going to go too deep into it. So how can you remove that language barrier if she doesn't speak English? And what we did, we backed a project on Indiegogo, I think it was, maybe like a year ago. And what it does, and I'm hoping this is not one of those, like that wallet I bought that tracks itself and has internet, which I never got. So what it is, it's like an earpod like this, and you put it in, and she can put her one in. You wouldn't want to do it with strangers on the street, you know, and like all homeless people or anything like that. But you give it to her, and what it does is like you can speak in real time, and I think it's connected to your phone. Speak in real time, and it'll translate in real time with each other. So it's none of this, hello, what are you doing, blah, 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 and then you play it back. It translates in real time. And the thing that's cool about it is that you can interrupt each other. So if she was talking and then you want to interrupt, it's like the delay on it is supposed to be so minuscule, and no doubt it will get faster as the app updates, that you can have a conversation in your own native language and understand each other. Link down below. We only accept.
Did they promote? Did you ask you? Did they pay you to promote and you didn't share with me?
No, whatever. They paid me. They paid me.
No, they didn't. I understand. It's okay. Don't distract.
I paid them, and I'm pretty certain that it's not going to turn up. Just like that wallet I bought that's supposed to track itself with a camera in it that can't ever get lost. That was in 2017, and they still send me emails saying it's coming.
How's the apartment construction? Soon, guys, we will update you with that. We just a little bit. It's all part of the journey. It's incredible experience for me.
It's great.
For the most impatient and woman on the planet, like this project is just incredible. Everybody who knows me understand. I use something like. Brazil, and they like, yeah, there's a very cool app that a lot of guys using now. I can share with you on Telegram, and it's also like, it's not a headphone, but it's like it's also translates pretty good and fast, and you can do like multiple ways. So it's I think it's a little bit faster and need less internet than Google Translator. So it's interesting.
Yeah, the thing that they need to fix is with Google Translate. I don't know how they would fix it. Is context. The issue with like lost in translation is with context, you know, and it's it's like sometimes you'll say something, especially in Russian, like if you're going to say I'm going to go somewhere or I went somewhere, unless it really understands exactly how you're going to go and do it, Google's never going to know what it is you're trying to say. And so many times we have these issues with Google. That's why we say if you're using Google Translate, just use like you're talking to a child. You know, very simple sentences, you know, and be very specific. I will walk to see you instead of saying I will come to see you, because it may translate it as something else, you know. So you know what I mean.
No.
Well, I'm tired. This video has gone on for too long.
Oi.
Anyway, anyone got some, you know, I've heard Yandex is actually better, but I think Yandex is actually Russian, isn't it? Russian company, yeah. But I don't know how that could be better than Google. Not because it's Russian, of course. I'm not being racist or something. But I just imagine that Google's got way more. Hey, what do you guys think of Facebook renaming to Meta? We're really running out of topics to talk about.
Wait, Darren, how are you, dear? Okay, guys, I think it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, and hopefully we've helped. We're hopeful this time that we've done some good in the world.
You know, guys, there's a website called Visit Ukraine Today, and you should read the updates, because I was a little bit arguing with one of the guys about antigen test, because you can do it in 15 minutes and it's a bit cheaper here in Ukraine. And he said that it is valid, but even people at the laboratory said that like this antigen test is not valid for international, but it's valid for the travel between the cities, because you can even do it on a train station, like 15 minutes and it's ready. So yeah, I mean, for traveling international, I don't think that it will work. But if you bring it from US, from one thing, like they may not even understand, like as soon as it says negative, like, it's what all they care, but you don't want to get stuck, like just because you made this mistake, and like, why to do that? Can you meet Ukrainian woman on Facebook? Where, how?
Just wait for the metaverse.
Yeah, like, and find her on this.
This comment here I thought was quite funny. It's because I assume, Stephen, that you're talking about like the last video that we put out, which we were like, should we put it out or not? Luba was like, we can't put that out. It's like, but I put it out because it's like, that's kind of like, we try and be as serious as we can, when it's a serious topic. It doesn't work. And it's like, it's never me that's like laughing and it's her. It's her, okay? It's her.
It's her. I even didn't come to you today. You see, like I'm staying, like because I thought
it's her. Like I am just telling you guys, okay? Like, I'm like I don't laugh. I'm very serious. I like to get it done. Luba just starts laughing at anything, and it's like we'll make like 3 videos that are like 10 minutes long, and I look at the clock and it's like we've been doing this for 6 hours. But we have fun, and that was the reason that I put the video out. I just want. Nothing has to be serious. Nothing, but some things can be sometimes.
Yeah, but when I'm doing the matchmaking, like I'm very serious, because for me it's like I must achieve it, and but we still have a lot of love. But what else left? What else? Like eyes are not the same size anymore. I have no idea what happened with them. Nose is running, so like there's nothing left except.
Hello. Thank you for the advice on the old nasal issue that I had a little bit earlier on in the live video. I have been thinking about it. I'm actually the whole for every part of this video where I've been quiet. All I've been thinking is like, I'm sure I can edit a live video once it goes live. How can I do it and make it so that nobody saw that? Like, can I put like a static screen, like, or a test signal, like? Beep? Anyway, look, it is what it is. Okay, like when I put myself on the internet. 2017, I knew I was going to be ridiculed. I knew people were not going to agree with some of my belief systems, and that's no different than what happened with my nose an hour or 2 ago. To be honest, I'm just happy. I'm just stoked it didn't happen again. That's something. I guess.
Oh, wait, I wanted to say that about Instagram and Facebook. Like, I just an advice there that guys, you should have an Instagram, but there's 2 sides of this story. Like if you have an Instagram, yes, you can find the girl, you can see her life, and hopefully she will give you the real page. And a lot of girls, like most of the girls that we met on this trip, like the guy was asking, and yes, she has just normal photos, like nothing extraordinary, but you can see like where she been. But sometimes all these Instagrams, they cause a lot of problems, honestly, because unfortunately people, like I can talk about this for hours and ages, as my best friend now, she become this like this like not CRM, SMM, yeah, like a manager, and she like honestly she like show me how to buy the subscriber, how not to buy, how to see them, how to do this and that, how to put likes, and it's like, and how to people, like how a lot of girls, unfortunately, we have one issue with the guy, and like he said like, oh, she told me that she only been in Egypt and Turkey, like, and now I see that she was in Maldives and she was in Bahamas and she was there. And when I look at that, it was like pathetic, like it was unfortunately sad and funny at the same time, because I can see on the background that it's like it has Egyptian, some kind of a name or something. It says Maldives, because on Instagram you can tag yourself anywhere you want. And yes, she wanted to pretend for her friend that she'd been in Maldives. Like it sounds horrible, but it's all she has. And a lot of people, like, because some of the friend is traveling and they want to pretend something. So really like Instagram and Facebook and all this, like, you know what I'm talking about. The guys are different about that. Guys not lying about that. Guys just have a 3 picture, you know, maybe somebody put 1 thumbs up and it's already incredible. But for the girls it's different, and girls getting a little bit crazy, and it's a little bit too much, all these filters. Like when you meet people in real life, you think like, oh my god, like everything is with filters. So it is good to have it, it's good to have a look at this, but not out of extreme.
You know, it's like one thing that when we started Hot Rocket, it was like, finish up soon, but the was like, we want to have real photos. What are real photos these days? Like the new iPhone, like I've got an older one, but Luba was telling me like the newer iPhone, as soon as you take the photo, it automatically corrects your face. It automatically smooths your skin. So the thing is like, how do we get a real representation of what a person looks like in real life? You can't, right? So as long as the person has not photoshopped the, you know, something, bigger eyes, or, I mean, there are some apps that completely replace the face. But even now, when it's coming to just an iPhone, takes the photo, it uses technology to make you look better. We can't say to the lady, can you not use that one? Can you go get like a Kodak, you know, shoot, you know, disposable camera, you know, yeah, Polaroid, take a photo of yourself and take it down to the pharmacy for a 1 hour processing time and then bring that to us and we'll scan that and upload it to our website. You can't. So you do have to take some of the photos with a grain of salt, you know. Yeah, I'm about to sneeze and I really need to sneeze and blow my nose really bad.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching.
I'm trying not to do it on this video because it will be 2 times a chime, won't it, on that one?
Okay, guys, please subscribe to our Telegram. Thanks for watching. Put your likes if you can, and like 1 more subscriber on my Telegram. It's always make me exciting. If there's any topic that you want us to do a serious video about, we are open for that, honestly. And
that was close. Did you say if you want us to have a serious topic, we are open for that?
We can try. We're not promised.
If you guys think that we could do it, and if you really believe in us, then we'll try. We'll do our best. Okay, we'll do a serious topic about something. Okay, we can do it. We can do it, Luba.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. We see you next time. Bye.
See you later.